everybody, and welcome back to 1d4 plus 1, the Amber Wars. Reminder to head over to the threadmancer.com and use the promo code AmberWars at checkout to get free shipping on all orders over $25. So last time, during the adventure, you had all arrived at Skypiercer Tower, and made your ascent through its many traps and enchantments, and befriended a group of strange jelly-like fish creatures called the Flump.
The Flump.
Who
got the Flump.
Gave you a little bit of aid in your upcoming battle. And as you made it to the top of the tower, you fought and ever so barely defeated Arcos Bouchard.
Oh, he dead!
As the room stands, the energy coming from the large circular or spherical ball in the center of the room is pulsing energy upward into the ceiling. Arcos Bouchard lies dead, somewhat near Quincy and Carrion, who are both still chained up in their chairs. And y'all look pretty beat up.
Mm-hmm. Ouch!
Actually,
cold open.
Feel okay. I mean, I'm not like the best, but I'm not like bleeding too much.
My favorite are the self-aware cold opens where they yell, cold open.
This is a cold open.
So smooth. Cold open, like opening up a Clarbrew.
Yeah.
You didn't do it!
Yeah, I know. I already have one open. Oh, wait, hold on. Take two.
All right, okay, right.
Stereo!
Like
Wait,
opening a
Wait,
Clarbrew.
no. Nailed it.
Good job, guys.
I noticed you got back to Quick Trip Clarbrew. What's up with that?
Oh.
Now available in all Quick Trips. Shout out for Tyler. So yes.
Sorry.
What would you all like to do?
Excuse you.
I'm immediately bag.
All right, rushing over. Yeah, as you run over, you can see Arcos's form is very crumpled up. The final bolt of Aurora's crossbolt is kind of sticking in sideways through like his chest, and there's like this strange combination of what you'd be familiar with as humanoid blood mixed with this weird brackish green fluid kind of swirling around in it as he lays
So
in
it's
this puddle.
just brown. I'm like, rip off his coat. I don't give a shit.
Goes spraying everywhere.
More
Go ahead and make an investigation check on the corpse.
This is gonna be great. Six.
It takes you a little while, but you do eventually find your fanny pack of holding.
You're too busy hyperventilating to actually just look.
You find a note that says, to find your fanny pack, you must first solve my riddles.
Of all of my body riddles?
My body riddles.
I got
All
shot
the
a lot.
holes.
God. I like... Hold it to
Press.
me.
It's
I'm
warm.
It is. It got a little schmutz on
Yep,
it.
and I'm like, I
but
don't care. Never apart again.
We're getting you a lock, young one.
Mm-hmm. I buckle it onto my waist. Well, actually, I wear it like a...
Mm-hmm. Like the cool kids do.
Yeah.
A bandolier.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you guys have ever seen how I draw Kismet, I draw it like that.
Would anyone else like to do anything?
I'm laying with my eyes closed, not saying anything, because I hurt real bad.
Augie is doing pretty much the same.
Same.
So three of you are laying just sort of...
I'm laying on the ground just like reaching out like, ow.
I walk over and I'm like, well, I don't have anything that can help you. I have my bag, though.
Does it have a potion of healing in it?
Of course not. No one ever gives me them.
I could do another good berry. We could all, get 2 hit points.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely out
Oh,
of good
I've got some-
food berries.
I have 2 left.
But
Good berries? Yes.
It's not enough. I'm just gonna...
I still have one.
The good berries heal very little.
It's fine, I'm just gonna...
No.
I-
Don't be greedy. That's all I have. I
I'm
have...
not
You're like the...
No.
Oh, no, hold on.
Can
No.
The Grinch?
I was going to say you were the greediest person I know, but you're not.
Yeah.
So, it was an exaggeration.
I gave Fenric loan with hiked up interest rates. So
I'm going.
Wait, what? Hiked up interest rates?
Credit score.
I didn't sign that.
APR, no.
Well, do you want to be a student or not? That was a political joke. You didn't get it.
Wow.
What? You can't tell me what I got. Okay, you can.
I want to walk
Fenrir
over
didn't get
to
it,
Quincy
Okay.
and like see if I can get the chains off her chair.
All right. Kind of looking, you can see that they are clipped together in the back with just like a lock with a key required.
Yeah, I go back to Arcos and find the key.
All right. Kind of taking your sweet time. Do you want to ride your 6-out? Do you want to roll again?
10.
All right, a little bit quicker. You're able to find a ring of keys.
My experience from previous everything else I looked at.
Yes, you know the layout before you went in this time, and you don't have tunnel vision. You also find a small book about yay big, which is tied shut as well. Or, like,
Okay.
snapped shut.
Thick book, thin book.
Like yay big, and only like that thick.
Okay.
Pocket journal.
Does it look
Yeah.
like it's? I want to look and see if it looks like it would magic at me if I tried to open it.
Sure, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
It's a howler. It opens up and yells magic.
But, you know, it might like burst into flames or something. It's 7 total.
7? Seems fine.
Okay, I'm like, found this thing. Who wants it? It seems important. I don't want to read it.
you want to read it?
No,
Why?
because it's probably boring.
It might not be. It might be.
I
a
throw it
sick-
at his head.
Okay.
Or
At
I
one
throw-
point of
I
damage.
throw it just in his general direction.
Nat 20. This is how Virio dies.
Virio death saves.
Final
The
words.
book is a +6 ranged weapon.
Yeah.
On my
Well-
deathbed, just laying there. Knowledge is power.
Too much.
So I throw
yes.
the book at him, and then I want to walk over and unlock the chains on both of them.
All right, bro. As you walk over, you're able to unhook or unlock Quincy, who like shakes the chains off, and as she's standing up, like you can see that she too has a bolt, one in the back of her skull, and Carrion. As you go around the back to unlock him, you can see that his bolt is missing, and there is like a kind of gaping, sucking hole there, which like looks like it's been seeping for a while, but it's coagulated at this point.
I'm like, hey man, sorry about your eyeball.
Oh, it's all right. Could have been worse, I guess.
I turn to Quincy. So, like, how does the bolt thing work now that he's dead? And I point at Arcos.
We need to get control of that, and she points to the big sphere, because that's how he like issues commands to the people with the bolts.
Cool. Didn't he say that everyone would wait until they heard from him?
For what?
I don't know. That's what he said when he monologued. I like look around. You guys,
What?
help! I can't help you with those things.
How?
I want to make it so that we can go rest.
I want to. Can I do a
It's a
medicine
rest.
check on Augie and
Sure.
Virio? See
Yeah.
how hurt they are. You want
Yeah.
separate or one?
Up to you.
That is a 1.
Okay.
That is a 3.
Ow.
Yeah, an 18 and a 5. So I'm not really sure what Augie is,
Yeah.
but I know what Virio is.
Virio, like you guys have
We
kind
all
of the
know
same
what
physical
Virio
makeup,
is.
so you got a good dial on him. But Augie's a lizard, man. Who knows how they work?
Are you shedding? Are you
You're
shedding?
so cold. Wait, is that fine? I don't know. I don't know.
Are you supposed to be warm or cold? You've known me for like 10 years.
I'm gonna go heal Virio for a 10 HP
Okay.
Nice.
and myself as well.
I give you a good berry.
Oh, thank you.
You had one?
Yeah. But like, I was only gonna give it to someone who'd heal me. So
I also forgot. I forgot at level 3 and 4. I forgot to update the lay on hands amounts that I had.
Oh yeah, for a level
So
like
I've had
5
10
HP
for
level.
like a couple months, and I'm like, I gotta save these.
And you did.
And I did.
Roland and Aurora, is there anything you guys would like to do?
I would also be interested in checking on Kyrian, and like maybe taking a look at what the wound is and if I could help it.
Okay. Go ahead. As you walk up, you
Or, like bandage it or clean it or something.
Okay.
Just put some tape on
I do
it.
have my satchel.
Mm-hmm.
My oba salt.
Placebo backwards
Yeah,
satchel.
placebo backwards satchel, which does have medicinal herbs and bandages and stuff in it. So I will use some of those. Is that medicine?
For that one, that's the one you have to make a
Is that medicine?
a deception or persuasion versus his insight.
So you'd be like, "You're fine," and then they're
Like
like,
it's not
"I'm
as
fine."
bad as it looks.
But I wasn't gonna do that. I was just gonna use the bandages.
That's
that were
how
in
that
it.
works.
That's it's you're putting a bandage over a cannonball-sized hole in someone, going, "It's fine."
Okay, so I need to make a
Deception
deception
or
check.
persuasion check. How are you doing so?
Okay. I'm gonna persuade him that
How are
it's
you
not
doing
too
so?
bad. Oh. I think if I bandage this, then it'll be just fine.
Well, I'm convinced. Go ahead.
24.
Good, because he rolled a nat 18. Yeah, you were able to heal him however much I have on there for you. I think it's 2d4.
Yeah, 2D.
I never wrote down an amount.
Oh,
I don't think I was.
well.
I don't remember being given an amount.
He heals for an indeterminate amount.
I mean, he
Oh,
is
boy.
an NPC, so
Yeah.
He's been restored to full.
Restore to full.
As
I never was given an amount. I would have wrote it down. I wrote down everything.
you definitely gave out an amount, but that's okay.
2D4 plus
As
4.
You like say this and like start putting the bandages on it, like you see this kind of weird like vibrating clear energy like issue up from the satchel itself and kind of like wash over him. So you get the idea like the bandage itself doesn't seem to do much. It stops whatever bleeding is immediately happening, but he does look much better.
Good. There. I hope that makes you feel better.
that's one hole.
That's one wound.
No.
How's it going, boss? And he coughs up a little blood.
I think we all could be a little bit better.
I'm looking at the. P.S. Roland shook his head no.
You got nothing? Okay.
Why are you so quiet up there?
This is Roland.
He's
He's
muted.
He mutes himself. He doesn't you don't hear him breathing
like
or
background
eating.
noise. Yeah.
Oh.
This is how I picture Roland.
It
Like
just looks
like-
resting
I mean-
face Roland now. It's
I
like
don't want there to just constantly be.
I mean, it's also very. Now that you're up, it's very Roland.
Yeah,
looking up against the ceiling in a corner.
Yeah, it's
looking-
like you're hiding in a corner.
And
It's great.
muted your mic.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm just getting into character.
I'm gonna put a big black cloak of the bat around you.
I was gonna say,
Halloween's coming up. We can find one.
You need to be wearing more black then.
I approve.
I mean, dressing up as our
Wait a
characters for Halloween would be incredible.
There you
That's not
go.
a whole
I hear
lot,
it
but never
I
mind.
blocked it.
Okay. I want to inspect the giant ball.
All right, Quincy is going to help you, so you can go ahead and she will roll as well. What are you looking for exactly?
A way to control it.
All right. Investigation.
17.
All right, awesome. Quincy got an 18 plus some things. As the two of you looking over it, kind of like back and forth, like, do you see anything over here moving around, pushing like a lever, turning a thing? The two of you eventually find what looks to be a like small control panel that you can flip down, and you can see that there is a slider, which she sort of like gives you a look, and she's like, "This might open it." I don't know.
Open?
Yeah.
Open?
I don't know what's in there, but I know something's in there.
In the big brass sphere.
Yeah.
Oh. Where is the door?
I about to find out. And she slides it upward, and you hear a psh, and the dome sort of like segments into 8 pieces and then sort of rolls up.
Mm-hmm.
And what you can see is from the top down, there seems to be like a focused crystal, which the energy seems to be siphoning through. Below that, you see Quincy's gyrosphere spinning around madly. And below that, you see, hooked up to dozens of metal probes, 3 large versions of the brass bolt, stabbing into the matter containing what looks to be a 5-foot long, 4-foot tall brain. Thick wires protrude from the probes and all come together, welded into a thin metal sheet, which has 2 thick cables running up into a small compartment. The glass sphere containing the gyrosphere, and above that are the several half spheres which siphon their energy upward through the lens in the consolidated lavender energy beam shooting through the ceiling.
Mm-hmm. I made that sound that I just made.
Fair enough.
Kismet made that sound.
Yes. The brain itself is in like a large, thick glass tank. You see that there's some kind of fluid in there as well. It's kind of like a blue-green color.
Gross.
And that's what you see.
This is the worst.
It's nothing like the little jellyfish guys. Right?
Nah.
It's brain,
It's
not
a,
like
it looks
brain-esque.
like a very like basically just like a human brain, but it has been blown up.
Well, maybe Arcos was just Pinky then, am I right?
What?
Da 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 da.
Aurora makes that joke
Are you
with
saying,
no context.
Are you saying we need to find the other fingers? That's not going to be good.
Pinky.
Haha.
Bum, 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 bum,
Bum, bum, bum.
Your face was
I
like...
need a xylophone so I can. Ding, 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 ding.
Glockenspiel.
That was perfect.
Right
Yes.
under the
Just-
table.
Just
yeah.
sing it every time.
Hand me Sam.
Sam, you are now GarageBand.
I want... Is there a way to get to the gyrosphere?
You could possibly climb up and remove it if you wanted to.
Is there like a ladder?
No. No, you could climb up the tank through the machinery and things like that, though.
Hey, anybody want to go get that? I have noodle arms.
Go. No, I've got Quincy. Come here.
Hmm?
Quincy,
Yeah.
come here.
Yes.
I have to tell you something.
Okay.
How close is Quincy to me?
She's like 2 feet away.
She still has a metal bolt in her neck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it out.
All right. Go ahead and just make a dexterity check, like against her.
18.
Yeah, you're able to. Okay, now go ahead and just make a general strength check.
16.
Okay, yeah, with a 16, you're able to just rip it out, and like you see like this spray of blood and kind of shit just go flying. And she's like, "Fucking son of a!" She like falls to the ground and she takes several damages.
I had to do it. Sorry.
Why? I was gonna shut off the thing!
Yeah, still had to come out. I'm worried that's controlling her and she's tricking you into doing something to the brain.
I wanted to get the gyroscope. I feel like that would stop it.
Yeah, well, I just gotta be safe.
Okay.
She is just conscious.
Sorry about that. I took a few steps back.
She lays on the ground for like a solid like minute, like just hunched over, like clutching the back of her neck.
I'm like, you should have given her your good berry.
Oh, Fenric has it.
I have 2. Just in case someone's dead.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, now are you going to give the same
Advice.
advice as you were before?
I don't know.
Did you just turn evil?
She probably has
Or is
a
that just a
serious
pain?
headache.
It's just, I just had.
Oh, is my voice helping?
It is not. It is not, buddy. It is not.
Oh,
Boy, I missed you guys.
No.
How have you guys been?
Oh, just great. How have you been?
Staying out of trouble, I see.
Did you build this?
I mean, we came to get you.
I built that. And she points to the gyrosphere. The rest of it was not me.
Then
Yeah, you made that a while
you
ago.
built it. Then you need to show us how.
No, she only built the gyrosphere.
I built that. And she's like pointing to like just the sphere that's
Right.
spinning, like siphoning the energy from the brain. And it's sort of like the centerpiece between.
It's just hovering there.
Well, you know how it works, though. How
Yeah.
if we just try to stop it, will it stop or will it just like?
I mean, if you remove it, it should stop. At least like the focusing of that energy and the distributing it all over the city.
Oh, so we can focus on us instead. That's a great idea.
I mean, if it's
Viria, how far can you throw me?
Take off your armor and then we'll talk.
Fastball special!
if you don't do one fastball special, is it even a D&D campaign?
Oh, actually,
Do you
how
want me
far
to-
how far away is it? Is it reasonable?
The tank itself is about 4 feet off the ground, the top of it. Then it's another 2 or 3 feet up to where the gyrosphere is housed, in the large tank that it is in. And then the rest of the way is just sort of like several focusing beams converging up and out. So the gyrosphere is 7-8 feet up.
What about the big bolts?
You can almost just
The big bolts are
Hold me.
embedded into the brain.
Wait, so it's only 7 feet off the ground?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Fenric, up's a daisy.
I mean, you could just reach it if you stood on his shoulders.
I could probably just reach it, you know,
As is.
as is. I'm like 6 foot, something, maybe if I straighten up.
Do I need my armor off?
Yeah, I don't know. Come here.
Oh, okay.
Let's do a little boosty boo. Here we
All
go.
right.
1, 2, 3. I grab you
Yep.
by the waist, put you up on my shoulders like a big boy.
Is it safe to touch the gyroscope
We gon' find out.
with his
Just-
hand?
Just
have no idea.
just bat it with your sword.
Bat it? All right.
Yeah, pat it out.
Yeah,
of
that's
there.
probably better.
Fastball special. That's what this means, right? Wait, does anyone have a different sword or a hammer or
Wait,
something?
here, I give you my halberd.
Fantastic.
And I'm like, we take a step back.
So like as
This
you
is
take the
like-
halberd, Fenric, and like you were kind of like weighing it out and getting used to the girth in your hand.
God, the
Throwback
worst,
joke.
the worst pinata.
Furia, this is so big. How do you handle it?
What?
You all very clearly hear a voice in your brains go, "Wait."
For what?
Why?
What now?
Maybe it's a flump.
What, this
Are
brain?
you,
I think that's a bad theory.
Why?
I already asked if it was a giant flump. Kind of.
Did you say the ass?
Asked if it
Oh.
was.
I thought the ass was a giant flump.
That is also what I heard.
Your ass is just so flumpy.
I will take you off my shoulders right now.
What else do we hear in our brains?
Nothing, just quite so far.
Wait for what?
Do not strike the machine.
I wasn't planning on striking.
We're
We only
just-
get 3 of those and you're out.
We only.
That was really bad.
No, these are good
Those are
baseball
really
jokes.
bad.
Sam is clapping for you.
But they're all baseball related. You guys
It was
started it.
excellent. It was good.
We
Why?
we weren't gonna hit the machine. We were just gonna hit the gyrosphere.
If you cut the machine off, I too will die.
Alright, okay. Give me 5 good reasons why, big brain.
I don't know if I have 5 good reasons to live.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, maybe like 3.
Try to.
Start with 2.
If you disrupt the signal abruptly, your people will die as well. The ones inside the machines.
The bolted ones, probably.
No. The ones inside the four-legged abomination.
The souls that are still alive in there?
They can be salvaged.
Yeah, and where are we gonna put them in, huh?
They can live inside their current forms, just not tied to me.
That sounds terrible.
Wait, they can be big. They can be big robots.
Quincy sort of steps forward and he's like, I mean, that makes sense. Like, if they're inside those machines, they're just being controlled by this thing. And she, like, taps on the tank. If, hypothetically, they were freed, they could operate with their consciousness is still running through there.
And why do we have to keep him alive again? I'm still not seeing that connection.
So are
I
you
think
gonna
They
stop
would
me?
I
die.
think he has to let them go.
Alright, buddy, you letting them go?
It's like, what's holding you back?
If you love them, let them go.
Wait, hold on. Let's go back to the question that is very important. If you were trapped in those things, that
Would you want to be alive?
Would you want to be alive? Who knows if that's searing, constant pain that they're going to be
I feel
in.
like the safe thing could be to do it and then ask, and
Can we
then
ask them?
Kill them one by one after the fact.
if they would prefer.
Is that better than you killing them?
I don't know.
That seems like a big choice to make for a lot of people.
I'm not making that choice.
How many? How many people is that?
There are a lot of them.
There's a lot.
Go ahead and make a perception check, Fenric, as you say that and look out the window.
Okay.
Nat 20!
You just- oh, hey, would you plug that into Sam, actually? The charger is on your side.
Fucking ow.
That's what you get for dabbing.
Yeah,
That's
apparently.
how my,
dabbed
that's how my
too
dad
hard.
died. He dabbed too quick and a cord got him.
He was
the
holding-
saddest.
Yep, a cord. Dabbed it, poof, jugular, done.
Oh, I thought you said a Korg.
Oh, no.
I thought you said a Korg as well.
Little
I heard
corgi.
cord, don't worry.
Dabbed too quickly and a cord got him.
Oh,
You
mean.
want me to scoot over?
What?
We're not.
So looking out into the streets, Fenric, you can see that there are like a lot of these mechs still going.
With a nat 20, I get a lot.
I mean,
Countless?
Thousands,
Doing quick-
hundreds.
There's higher than I can count out there.
figure
Doesn't mean a lot, but
over 100 that you can see from that window.
definitely over 100 just on this side of the city.
Wait, so these are all people that you've already condemned.
I didn't condemn them.
What are you? Oh, wait, let's go back to square one. What's going on? Why is there a giant brain?
The one you know as Argos trapped me and has been controlling me to use my
Powers of control? That's a lot of control all the way down.
aura to command those that he has attuned to these bolts sticking into me.
Well,
He essentially has hijacked my consciousness, which runs among my people as a hive mind, and has been using it to control people within your city.
okay, well, what do you want to do
I
then?
wish to return home
Where do you go? Where's home?
underground.
Oh, are you a flump?
No,
Are you the main predator of the flumps?
no.
Do you
They
know
become
them? Are you neighbors?
I'm aware of what a flump is.
What do you eat?
Our flumps like.
Wait, you want some of this? And I shake my hair.
I do not
It's
eat.
nothing in there.
Hey, don't be mean.
I eat memories. My people eat the brains which contain the memories and therefore feed me.
He's junk food.
What?
So your people,
Hashtag cheat days. am
your
I right?
people eat people's brains.
Yes.
So why are we supposed to let you live?
If you kill me, I will not allow you your people back.
Did they eat the brains of the people that you uploaded in the machines?
No, that would have damaged the uploading process.
But
Once
after-
the brains were uploaded, they contained no memory.
They're
You-
not
you can just-
delicious.
Oh, well, they're nutritious.
And they're not the same people anymore. If
all
they
the,
have
all
no
the seasoning's
memories.
gone out of it. It's just bland.
The memories exist inside the mechanical beings.
It's just
Oh.
ground beef. No flavor.
Well, I mean, so let's say you give up power, and let's say the people in the robot bodies are in terrible pain. If we allowed your people that you have left in the city to put them out of their misery by sucking out their robot brains, will you just leave in peace and not come back?
We cannot consume the minds of the machines.
This really seems like it was bad for everyone.
It was abysmal for my people.
Can we not put them back in their in their like basically dead bodies now? Not how that works.
I do not know how to answer that question.
Where are their dead bodies? That would be the first one.
And how long have they been dead?
Well, some of them, but there was like 3 or 4 of them that have been a couple days.
One.
Two.
I mean,
Look, I think if there's some way that we can remove this brain's control over these people, I think that's something we should pursue.
Hey, everybody, sidebar. Come over here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he
He's
still reads our
literally
mind.
reading our minds right now.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, just kidding.
It knows what I'm thinking.
That was
oh
in
God.
that was in character.
Oh,
Go ahead. I was just reading the range of its telepathy.
What is it?
5 miles.
God. All it's getting from me is just like Vocaloid.
Oh, yeah. Fanny pair.
Just like Hatsune Miku on repeat.
I want a donut.
now I want a donut.
Drinking my carbon.
I always want a donut. That's me, not Kismet.
Fuck, actually, I want to know I want a donut too.
So, can we hit the ball yet?
Wait. Who are your people?
The illithid. We do not normally consume people's minds on the surface, though. We live miles and miles underground. Our primary enemy is the Duragar.
Checks out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So if we
None of us
Would we
are
have to
dwarves,
take
so
you-
whatever.
would we have to take you back?
Are you imagining rolling him in a wagon?
Or you imagine
Your
rolling
next
him on the
side quest
ground?
is to transport a big brain in a wagon across the lovely grassy fields of Zadara.
We have a thing to hide wagons.
Bashar.
We did.
I would be able to lead you to a location that my people could retrieve me. My people are not in the city.
Yeah, they were waiting for the word, right?
Yes.
The bird.
Which word?
And-
Bird?
Wait,
bird.
so wait, you're telling me that your people were gonna listen to Arcos even though you've been enslaved by him?
I believe he's enacted some form of control over them as well.
You know what they say, free lunch is free lunch.
Are they still your people?
If I am returned to their range, then they will reconnect to my command.
And currently, are you telling our robo friends to do?
I've told
Anything?
them to do nothing.
So you
They
could
are
tell them to
simply
stop.
letting the last, as a show of faith. Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
Nope, that's a 12. That is a 24.
As a show of faith, I will command them to stand down. And if you happen to be glancing out the window, you can see like the large, like very well organized mechanical ranks cease, and you see them retracting back toward the tower, and then stop and just hold the line.
Well, how do we do this transaction? Do you just like what do you need from us?
Assurance.
Not to hit the gyroscope?
Assurances.
What?
that
Hit the gyroscope?
No.
I will be disconnected in a way that will not hurt yours, and that I will be led out of the city to my people safely.
Okay, Quincy, do you know how to do that?
It'd take me a little bit, but I think I could do it.
Okay.
I could do it.
Yeah, I don't trust you on this one.
I was loading like a wrench into like a crossbow.
This is the wrong sort of doctor work.
Yeah, but you gave me the instructions.
I
To
open
what?
up the leather book that you threw at me.
Just make a wisdom saving throw, Virio.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. That's the 10.
A 10? Okay. Virio? You were opening something a second ago, but for the life of you, you cannot remember what the hell it was. So, for all intents and purposes, despite the book being in your hand, you cannot see, perceive, comprehend anything that is inside of this book.
Okay, it's just like...
It's been just erased from your brain in all possible ways.
Well, I stand by what I said.
You gave me the instructions.
I'm just hanging on to the book, and I'm just like...
Yeah. Your hand's held in such a way that like unconsciously you're holding on to it because you were when you opened it, but you have no idea it's there.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. So that's gonna be no.
Yeah, I guess. I thought I had it.
It's me!
It's who?
Wait, no. I'm still on your shoulders, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
No.
Oh.
I'm just waving this book around as I talk now.
I'm like trying to hold on.
Yeah.
Just fucking... I'm gonna get my legs like wrapped around your neck at some point there.
Maybe you guys should just get down.
Yeah, like if
No.
if I had a little time, I think I could get this disconnected safely.
I mean, as long as the Sentinels aren't attacking the city, we have time, right?
Do we need to say anything to the Illithids outside?
They lie in wait, just on the edge of my periphery. They will not move until commanded to do so.
So 4.99
Okay.
miles away.
4.9999999.
Wouldn't it be
5.00001.
that
Yes.
one?
Yeah, just outside.
So like,
Oh.
if we get you out of there and then just push you towards them, you can take care of them.
I will command them to return themselves and myself back to our home.
Okay, perfect.
Alright, who's ready for the immediate dungeon crawl that comes right after this episode?
Escort
Pulling
mission.
a brain in a wagon?
Of fighting a shit ton of Illithids?
So,
We got ghosts, don't worry about it.
so here's my problem. So never mind. Let's just do the thing. So you're gonna let them go so we can take this thing off you,
Yes.
and then we'll transport you.
Yes.
To where his people can hear him, because then they'll take over.
Yourselves or someone trustworthy.
In a radio flyer wagon.
Who do we trust? I don't want to do this.
Do we trust
Let's send
anyone?
Skull Paddle.
No, no!
Oh, not bad.
No!
We definitely won't try to one-up you.
Someone have a scroll of message. I got something I need to tell Skull Paddle. Or a scroll or whatever.
Scroll paddle?
Don't you have one?
Yeah, it's in my bag of holding,
Yeah,
and I'm not saying anything.
But,
Didn't
no,
someone
I
have
said,
it?
but Aurora's like, but Kismet, you have one.
Nope.
But you do.
No.
So no one. All right. Well, I'll just enjoy this nice claw brew that we had resting here.
There's a mini fridge in there, and there's a bunch of Clarbrute in
In the
the tower of
sphere.
death. Yeah. Look, gets thirsty.
Arcus Bouchard's favorite drink.
Oh, but you know what? You open it and it's LaCroix. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, when I go to open the mini fridge, I drop the book, I guess, because I have to open the fridge.
Yep. Yeah, so just, you don't hear it fall.
Cool.
It's just over there.
I got a Clarbroom.
Fenric, go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw as Virio bends over to grab a Clarbroom out of the mini fridge.
16.
Yeah, you're good.
You grab one too.
Yeah. Now you got one.
18.
So.
Sorry, I just pictured that.
Just you guys chilling, getting
Yeah, and I was just like,
You stabbed him with the halberd.
Shotgun.
Shotgun and gun in a car. Pardon me, I think I had a stroke.
Well, so
I need a pulling thread.
thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, Quincy said it will take some time, so like,
Could we rest?
I would. Quincy, how long?
It's going to be like an hour.
8 hours?
Couple hours, I
8?
think. It looks pretty straightforward in its design. I don't think he's got anything fancy hiding in it, but we should be careful. If I could get somebody from the college maybe up here to help me out, that would be
I'm right here.
With your crossbow?
cool.
What?
Cool. Maybe someone whose specialty is not in the Vale of June that I know that you are so renowned for, Dr. Virio, but someone who spends their time with the paltry task of going over magical items and machinery and things like that.
I know a lot about poultry. You see, I studied the Aarakocra. They're a bird race.
I wanted to use that word, and that's what I get for it.
Did you have somebody in mind?
I mean, if you can get Erwin Gavestone, or there's another specialist over in the college named Gildo. They're also...
Gildo?
Gildo.
Gildo Baggins.
You remember Gildo? They were running that shop.
Maybe we
that
could
we talked to.
use like a scroll, like a message scroll, to ask one of them to come.
I mean, if you got one, that's awesome.
Yeah, I would vote for Gildo because I got some outstanding business.
Okay.
I
Yeah, that'd be fine. Should we just open the window and yell? Like, how far away is it?
yeah, do it.
Okay.
While he's doing that,
Gildo!
while they do that, I pull out the scroll of sending and I pass it to Quincy like on the DL.
Thank you.
I can't move, so I don't know if
I
Mario
want.
went to
Wait,
the
did
window.
I see this?
We're
Did I
still
see this
facing the
interaction?
Go ahead and make a perception check. I guess, were you trying? Yeah, you're trying to be sneaky, so go ahead and make a sleight of hand check as well.
We have
Sure.
not turned.
What am I making again?
You're making a perception check.
Oh, I didn't do good.
I'm talking to the
6.
fridge.
20 total.
Okay, yeah, just...
Mm-hmm.
And, like, next thing you know... Hey, Gildo, it's Quincy. I'm back. Well, I was here for a while. Could you come, please, to the giant evil tower thingy? I'll send you the coordinates. They're the top of the giant tower thingy.
5. Love.
And then a few seconds
Cheers.
later, like...
Cheers, Quincy.
TTFN, Quincy.
Does that count as one word?
I think so. No. But a few moments later, like, there's like a... And Virio and Fenric, you recognize Quincy. Boy, we got a lot of NPCs on the top of this bad boy, huh?
Yeah.
And then, what's that? Who's with them? Oh, it's Hugo and Skull Paddle. What? It's a party. They got pizza. No.
Are we just gonna sit here listening to you talk to yourself in different voices?
Roland's a wolf again. Woof
Oh,
woof.
I can't wait to hear them sing that choir song they've all been working on.
Everyone in this room, weird connection that connects everyone in this room. They're all a choral performance group.
Acapella.
Yes.
You know what their best song is?
No.
The Weeble Scout song.
Okay. That's like, I feel like there's a just
Yeah,
fucking enraging pun brewing in your brain that's about to give me a stroke.
You already had one.
That's true, I did. But Gildo appears, the half-elf, with their kind of long, somewhat disheveled hair, and they are in their purple robes of the academy, and they step forward, and for the sake of brevity, Quincy and Gildo begin to converse and begin messing around with the machinery.
Mm-hmm.
A few moments of them kind of moving things around, you do notice that the large purple fog bank and like energy that had been covering the city starts to open in various spots, and the actual rain starts coming down and washing out over the city.
Cool. Quincy, do you need us here?
Nah, I mean, we're cool, right? And you all hear the brain, and your brain say, yes.
We cool.
We're cool.
Gildo.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
So you still need us to do that thing for you?
Yeah, if you guys are still down, it hasn't been brought back yet, so if you guys were to head up to pick up the kaleidoscope.
Yeah, the kaleidoscope arcanium.
Yeah.
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 I totally know what it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome if you guys did that. Like I said before, if you guys do bring it back, you can. I'll let y'all use it once.
Rad.
What is this?
Going on?
Oh,
What?
this
Did
is
we not tell
Gildo.
Hi.
They used to work at the university with me.
What up, my dude?
Hey.
And well, we went there to discuss, that problem that Fenric and I had.
Oh, you mean the one that you refused to talk about?
Yes, that one.
Herpes.
Oh, I thought it was the cursed thing.
Yeah, well, that's what I call herpes. It's
Oh.
a real curse. It doesn't go away.
That makes some sense.
But yeah, so we do there's a thing that might be taken by some pirates or shipwrecked at the bottom of the water ocean thing. But it's this object that can transfer magic easily from one object to another. Tell them about this shovel. That's a good story.
Well, when the item was first found, it accidentally fired a jump spell into a shovel, and the shovel went flying.
That's
Yeah.
Pretty good story, right?
so. You need this to fix a problem.
Well, no, we are borrowing it from the university up in Miramir, and as it was coming down, I don't know if they got hit by pirates or the blockade or whatever in Dinar, but the ship went down somewhere near the Shatter Bay. So if you guys get that and bring it back here, one, we will not have super pissed off Miramir, which would be super great, and two, you guys can use it to basically put an enchantment on
I think
something.
that
Yeah.
sounds pretty sweet. They're trying to cover their own asses.
I totally am. I'm like in super big trouble if we don't get this.
Like, I feel like this kaleidoscope
Uh-huh.
is probably not as important as everything else going on right now.
No, I'm just saying, like, if
It's important
yeah,
to them.
it's like, I mean, yay, we're not all gonna be food, I guess. But
You're welcome.
yeah, thank you. So yeah, if you guys could do that, that'd be James Danderson.
This is a side quest.
It totally is a side quest.
I just want to help out the university and my old pal.
It's a dangerous object, and I don't think that it should be in the hands of pirates.
What are you guys whispering about?
I said it shouldn't be in the hands of pirates.
Fair enough.
His voice just got hoarse.
Fair.
Nay.
You were literally a half second before me. I thought about it and I was like, no. And
You were here.
I actually was like, no.
Well, Quincy,
It would have been a beautiful
Yeah.
chorus of names.
if you don't need us,
A tonal
I think We want to sleep.
That sounds...
Or not sleep in some cases.
That sounds super fair. If you carry and you want to show them the way down, that's not the
death traps.
The whole enchanted tower thing.
Wait, there's another way.
Well, if you came up when you did, you couldn't have used it. But
I thought it was more like a take a left instead of a right thing, and it would have just been like a stairway.
Oh no, like a service entrance. That would have been annoying for you to realize just now. No. If you guys all want to head back down to the city streets, though, follow me. And he like walks over to the balcony, and he reaches underneath one of the tables, and he is everybody on?
On what?
The balcony? Oh god.
Yep.
Wait, we jumping?
No.
Taking an elevator.
Get off my shoulders.
Okay.
Bender.
I think, is someone here?
Kurt.
Oh yeah, Kurt must be back. As you guys walk over, Augie says, I'm gonna stay here with Quincy for a little bit to, I don't know, I feel like shit because I lost her in the underroad, so I've got a little bit of apologizing to do. So...
So, are you gonna help, or is it gonna take longer now?
I mean, I'm just gonna like chill.
Oh, you're gonna take a nice short rest?
I can help while I probably. They got some LaCroix over in the mini fridge, so.
Yeah.
Gross!
Ew.
Do you have any good berries left?
I can make one more. One more round.
that was in character. Federic was just making eyebrows at him for like a minute.
That's it. Let's make an insight check for Augie. I don't. What? Are you okay?
I'm fine, just twitching. No, you're good.
Oh, okay, cool, man.
All right, well, don't lose her again.
I won't. I'll see you guys down the street. So I'm not gonna stay up here forever. I'm just gonna say sorry for getting you kidnapped.
Yeah,
Mind control.
I get what you're saying. Eyebrows.
It's the half lid on the bottom that is just.
Yeah. You look terrifying.
I can't flirt.
That is such a good face. Are you sure?
Yeah, apparently you can flirt with John.
I think it helps
This
too.
piece is doing it for me.
That, like, your mouth just like moves ever so slightly as you do it.
Yeah, you have a little bit of a...
Oh my god.
The
What
best
happens
and
when-
worst part about being on Skype is half the time I have no idea what you guys are
Oh
talking
god! What happens when you try to wiggle your ears?
I can't.
What happens when you try?
Is it doing anything?
Taking a thoughtful poop.
I can't move my ears at all.
I said you farted. That's it.
But anyways,
I'm on the balcony and I sat down, crisscross.
Crisscross applesauce.
Uh-huh.
I'm 1 foot on, 1 foot off.
Carrion flips the switch and the balcony begins to descend.
How fast?
Not very fast, but like
Okay.
a...
It's like I'm a child on an escalator, like trying to like stay on as long as I can.
Yeah, say after like a few seconds, like your knee is up in like your cheek and you kind of topple over into the balcony and you all begin to descend down the tower. You can see that
Really going a spiral.
yeah, it's like spiraling
Around
around
the outside of the tower?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be so fun.
This is in case we ever get an amusement park deal.
So cool.
Yeah, I'm sure all of the traps on the inside would be great for that too.
Yeah,
If you
like an
make
escape room.
if you make it to the top, you get to take a cool ride down.
Otherwise, become a mind slave.
Hey, that'd be
I mean, employee.
unpaid intern.
After
Prisoners
5-10
with
minutes
jobs.
or so, you guys do arrive at the bottom. The balcony touches down in the gardens that surround the tower. And there's the walkway leading out. You can see just outside that the mechs have lined up in ranks, but are holding position. And beyond them, you can see the city's defenses are all lined up kind of at a standstill.
Like, facing against the...
Yeah, they're still, like, lined up, like, around the mechs, like, in the... What are they doing?
Who wants to explain what's going on to the city?
I will.
I turn around and say, "Hello, city."
Like to the buildings?
Alright. I'm going to... Is there, like, somebody of importance? Like...
Go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm just
Okay, like a
imagining-
general or like some 8.
8. Kind of hard to tell. That's kind of a mishmash of all the different factions in the city. You can see the some of the Tin Sisterhood. You can see the Hammers of Maradrin. You can see the Chevaliers. You can just see some kind of ordinary city guards. Some citizens even have taken up arms.
Okay. I'm gonna just like stand up on a box, Ben.
Okay.
Can you find a box?
Is there something I can stand on?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
That one is 17.
Looking around the garden space, you're able to find like a small chair.
Okay, I'll stand on a chair.
Whereabouts? Within the low wall of the tower itself, which is about 2 feet. You can see the mechs all standing like head and shoulders above you.
Mm-hmm.
And beyond that rank, which is maybe like 50 feet of mechs to walk beyond, there is 100 feet between them out on the street, and then you would hit the ranks of the city.
Okay, I want to walk towards the ranks of the city, and I'll carry my chair.
Okay.
Just
with me.
tracking this.
And then, I'm trying to make sure I'm picturing this correctly. So, I want to basically stand with my back towards the mechs.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm kind of standing with them, but close enough where if I'm yelling, people will hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll draw a quick little...
Like, but I want my back towards the mechs to show that they are not dangerous.
So
Right
I've drawn
now.
a booby.
A weird booby.
True, a booby.
So this is the tower. This is the
Okay.
garden. The mechs are surrounding the base of the tower. And this
Okay.
is the street. And then the ranks of the city begin around.
Okay,
outside
well,
of that.
from
Just-
whichever
So you can
way...
walk into no man's land somewhere. in the
Yeah,
middle.
no man's land. And I'm going to stand on my chair. And I'm going to say, everyone, I am Aurora Solis.
Gasp!
Just hear like a bunch of like, oh, we know.
Like, nobody
your
cares.
name was Gert.
Nobody
T-shirt
cares.
that says Solis Industries. No,
I
there
am
is kind of an audible gasp.
Okay. I'm Aurora Solis. And me and my companions
I'm not with her.
have solved
All
the
of us.
problem of these mechs,
Like
and you
Maria.
may all rest.
She's been taken by the mind control, she has! Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Just pull that accent out of your ass.
I
Just
did.
like, what am I gonna do here?
All right. Am I making persuasion?
Yes.
19.
Okay. The city's defenses hold position. And after a few minutes of like scuffling, you can see like some runners from different factions go shuffling around, and eventually you can see a few of the council members come walking forward. You can see Erwin Gavestone, the gnomish gentleman, along with one of the elves you didn't speak to, not the asshole one, the other one.
Okay.
And as you walk forward, Erwin says, "What do you mean you've solved the problem?
We have
What's going on?"
destroyed Arcos Burchard.
Yep, that solves the problem.
Also, he was a mind flayer.
He was a mind... Well, yes, I guess, sort of... Whoops for not putting faith in the evidence you presented. Obviously, something,
I mean, you didn't. At least you didn't like try to actively stop us.
True! We solved the problem by not stopping you.
Hey, that's government.
You're not wrong. So much red tape. What is to be done about these mechs then?
Well, they're people, actually.
They're people. And right now we are working to release them from a singular entity's control.
Okay.
So that they can control themselves like people, but they're robots.
You want to give robots free will?
Well, they're kind of robots. Do you know?
They're kind of already people.
Do you know what a mech is?
Whoa.
A mech versus robot.
No.
I yell from the back. I don't know what a mech is.
Do you remember?
On the 20%.
Do you remember Billiam's
Did you
father?
ever watch that puppet show Pacific Rim? It's kind of like that.
Ah, no.
William's father. It's his father, right? The one that was...
Council Boy Billiam?
Yeah, Council Boy Billiam. Yes.
Council Lad Billiam?
His relative, I think, is his
His
father.
dad and his mom.
His dad and his mother were put into mechs.
No, we killed
Like
them.
this.
No, we can say this one's your dad. It's just like some random guy.
I love you, Billiam.
They're gonna have memories because of their robot memories.
I know.
What if they took
But if they
bad
can't
people
talk?
and put them in the robots, though?
I think
what
they
if-
just took all people.
Yeah, exactly. So what if one of these robots is like a murderer? Now they got super weapons.
Hey, yo, Councilman.
Yes.
Do you have like a list of like missing people?
I mean, there have been some numerous reports of people disappearing.
So like a list.
You guys didn't think that was
It's a city.
significant?
It's a whole... We were looking into it, but obviously we were being stopped by Argos when
We
we were
brought
getting
them a
close.
mind flayer and they didn't believe us that Arcos was also one. So
Alright, yeah, that's fair. I have a request before we move forward.
Okay.
she does.
I would like all charges against me to be dropped.
We'll discuss that. For now, don't leave the city.
Gotcha.
Eyebrows, eyebrows, eyebrows.
All the eyebrows and all the thumbs up.
I imagine Aurora like, okay, now that shit's over, are there any like important buildings that I see? Anyone
Yes, you're
that I know which
addressing
one?
the city.
I know exactly how this city works. I can feel the rhythm.
Just touch the ground.
Excuse me, library.
The current form of the people inside the mechs is a bit of a concern to us. Obviously, having 10-foot tall golden army of citizens walking around isn't super great for the day to day around here. Perhaps we could come to some alteration of their housing unit, if that's something I can call it.
I would assume so. You'd probably have to ask them beforehand because you can't just do that to people.
That's true. Perhaps with the aid of the Ember Forges and the small population of the Warforged in the city, we can put them back into a similar vehicle that they had when they were alive.
Maybe one they'd just be comfortable with.
That works as well. Yes. Just not a giant 4-legged 10-foot tall death machine.
Make sure they can pick the gender too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Or whatever. I don't know. We could just use corpses.
Look, my check mark on this is you can't break through a wall and kill 20 people in 5 minutes. That's all I'm really looking for out of their form.
no.
Apart from that, I have no issues.
Attack helicopters are out then? Fuck.
You're not even a robot, Fenric.
Not yet.
Next time we go to a haberdashery.
You could be so shiny.
But I'm already so shiny.
I know.
You could be shiny inside
You could
and
be
out.
all shiny.
I walk over to Kismet and I whisper this.
I want to do it sneaky.
And I can't feel it, right?
No, it's an illusion. Yeah, Michael.
I mean, 11 stealth.
What happened?
I made a minor illusion spinny rainbow hat on his head.
Good.
But I am shiny.
Just spinning around your head. Good.
You're in it.
So...
You're an attack helicopter.
It doesn't move when I do
No.
that, does it?
I'm going
Pew pew, motherfuckers.
I'm going to leave some of the forces of the city standing here just in case something weird happens.
Probably smart.
However, we'll send for you when we've reassembled the council and meet with you over your various concerns and demands.
Free donuts.
Free will.
Yeah!
Whose will? I could make
William.
jokes too.
Don't contact us for at least 8 hours, please.
Oh,
Consult
it'll
your
be
doctor.
like it's going to be like a day or two.
Good.
We're all very tired and the city is broken.
I am also tired, and I have to pee.
Is
Well,
this
this is
Aurora?
You can go to the big girl party if you want. I guess.
If you're not.
You're excused, Miss Celeste.
Yeah, that's right. You just
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Dragging your chair back behind you.
I'll go put the chair away.
Excellent Foley work.
You know when you fall unconscious, sometimes it just comes out. You know,
What?
nothing.
yeah,
Virial, recovers his groans a little bit.
yeah, Vera. I don't have to go either.
Oh, you meant pee.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, like
yeah, and
little,
other things.
a little bit comes out. You know, it.
I know. I know a lot about death.
Yeah.
What? Why?
Yeah.
Me too.
I
Now.
want to. Can we go? Can we call our Uber driver, please?
Uber chauffeur.
I've never been to Uber chauffeur.
Uba.
Are
we
you can
gonna-
attempt to.
What? Do we know? Do you not remember his name? 'Cause I don't.
Wasn't it Sharon?
Nope. Close.
Karen?
Closer.
Kyrian.
No.
Chiron?
No. It's
I was making the sticks. Yeah.
Kyle.
Karen. Carol.
It was Carol.
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 I just turned around and yelled, Carol! Carol, are you out there?
Hey, Carol. We need a pickup.
Carol, I need to pick me up.
That's a high traffic area. It will cost you more.
We'll walk a
Rush.
little bit.
I
wish we had that magic carpet still.
As you guys have finished speaking with the councilman, Erwin turns back and he begins to disperse the main bulk of the forces. Go home. It's fine, I guess. Go ahead and make a... Are you just standing there shouting, or are you actively looking around for Carol?
I'm looking, but I'm short as fuck.
Okay, go ahead and just make a perception check then.
A nat 1. A nat 5. It's a 7.
Hard to find. There's a lot of people out here.
I'm yelling for Carol.
Go ahead and make a performance check.
21.
Just over the din of the people shuffling back and nursing injuries and things like that. Just one clear Carol, 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 Carol. Just emits through the streets of the city.
All carols are
About-
like.
What?
Thank God it wasn't Karen, am I right?
You guys are standing there waiting for 10, 15 minutes or so, but eventually you do see a carriage, which looks a little bit different than last time you saw it.
But like
It
broken.
looks like several like large like crossbow bolts are sticking out of the side of it, but he also seems to have like attached like shields around it as well. So he's got like this battle wagon that he's driving up to you, and he like has a few like scratches on his face and some like dirt all over him. But he's like, "Hello, this is Carol.
Carol!
Hi,
Sweet whales.
thank you. This is my good job that I have." It's just like bleeding.
Did you get rags during the fight?
Well, to very important people who do not tip, yes.
I think Aurora's back from the bathroom
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
hop
time.
on.
Carol's here to take us away.
with his
Where-
battle wagon.
Well, in the words of my famous cousin from the far north, where would you like to go? That's a little Skyrim joke for you.
Sleep.
Sleeping. Do you want to go back to Madame Gloriana's, or would you like to go to another inn? Whatever's closest. Hotels near you?
Probably Madame Gloria.
Yeah, Madame Gloriana's. She has good pastries.
I appreciate it.
Okay, Madame Gloriana's it is. And the carriage begins to propel forward as you all climb inside. 20 minutes later, you see yourself moving back around to the southwestern part of the city, eventually overlooking the docks out to the north, and you see Madame Gloriana's establishment approaching, and sitting in kind of a pile of rubble and kind of covered in dust, you see
Skull
Skull Paddle.
Did you do it, bud?
I watched it like a hawk. People came out of this place looking very satisfied with themselves, and I don't know why.
Must be because they did a good job. They were satisfied with themselves.
Maybe I will uncover the secrets of this place.
You could come inside with us.
You can come in. There's already a lot uncovered in here.
Okay. As you guys make your way in, you are all given your rooms to do with as you see fit.
Sleep.
If you would like food, it is brought to you. Tea or high-end beverages. As you're kind of getting settled, you all kind of see Madame Gloriana return as well. She looks a little bit worse for wear, but is in one piece. She immediately just beelines it for the steam room and just like gives like a curt nod as she walks by and is like taking off armor and like dropping weapons in the hallway as she makes her way out.
I'm like badass.
Yes.
Okay, what kind of weapons does she have?
You can see that she has. It's sort of like a. What are they called? Well, she has 2 morning stars to start. Like on the chains, big spiky balls. Also, you see a like bastard sword that was strapped across her back, several daggers, along with essentially a war pick, but it's I can never remember what they're called, but it's like that Japanese weapon. But it's like a long, like sturdy looking handle with like a
Oh, it's a hook
spike.
sword.
Yeah, basically. And she has one of those, and she just kind of drops it down to the ground and is gone. So the evening is yours to do with as you see fit. You may immediately go to sleep if you would like, or if you would like to wander around a little bit beforehand, you'll get your long rest either way.
I gather pastries and then go to bed
Okay.
with Trevor.
You and Trevor go eat some baked goods and pass the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
Is Stardust available? That was the name, right? From a couple weeks ago, something like
I can't remember.
I thought it was star something, but no, I don't.
Probably. All right.
Wait, no, I'm gonna go take a bath
All right.
because I passed out a couple times,
Yeah, you.
so my armor is very clean.
All right. Yeah,
You
you're
probably peed yourself
That,
too.
yeah, that's what I was saying.
Wink.
Eyebrows,
Don't want
eyebrows.
that metal to get rusty, you know.
Nope.
You, as you make your way into the steam room in the pool area, you can see Gloriana's just sitting there with just like a huge like bottle of something sitting next to her. It's like a black glass with like a leather strap around it that she's just got uncorked and is just taking pulls of it every here and there. As you walk in, you're able to plop into the pool and relax as well.
With my armor on?
If you want.
Okay.
She doesn't stop you. Anyone else like to do anything this evening?
No, maybe I will grab a stiff drink
All right.
and I will take it to my room. I will sit and I will think and I will go to sleep and then I will wake up and I will finish my drink.
That must be good if you ask for stiff drink by name.
Take stiff drink, please.
I'll have a beer. What kind?
Oh, I was making the joke that stiff drink is one of the
Oh, a sexy thing.
sexy
A
things.
companion.
Yes, one of the
Yes.
companions.
I also
It's
take a
great
shower.
restaurant
I wanted to let everybody know I'm not covered in blood and gross.
You're not the funky teenager.
I cast
Yeah, I'm
prestidigitation.
gonna
Don't shower.
go into the baths as
All
well.
All right.
I want to be
I'll
clean,
grab
but
some food and then just I'll sit in the steam room.
All right.
Sulking in the corner.
Fully clothed.
After a few hours, or like an hour or so, you guys are in there. I imagine Augie does return as well. He walks in and grabs a little food, sort of like says, "Hey, I'm going to bed in my own room," and he walks past and goes upstairs. And you, like, even from the steam room, you hear a.
Is Skull Paddle there? Is Skull Paddle here?
Skull Paddle is sort of like wandering around the lobby and like
Oh, okay.
he's every bit playing the part of like the investigative journalist. Like a few like random people will walk and he's like, "What is your business here?" And they sort of like brush him off and keep walking, and he pokes his head into the dining room and pokes it back out. Then you guys see him kind of walk into the steam room every so often and like give you all face, but then he continues his investigation.
Does the heady pokey and he turns himself about?
Yes. As the rest of the evening draws on, we're all able to take a long rest. And that's where we will take a break.
woo! Healed.
I'll use my break to start erasing all of the hit points that I've minused and.
All right. So having taken a long rest, the morning breaks in the city of Zadara. You are all staying in Madame Gloriana's companionship home, and you have
Home?
That's not what you call it.
Nope. I just forgot what the actual name of it was, so I just
Companionship home.
bathhouse and brothel sounds more correct.
B&B, yeah.
Yeah, by the old B&B. Yes, excellent.
How did
Or
Stiff drink
companionship home.
Cha-cha.
It's where they live, you guys.
you get a lot of like old people like really confused.
Yeah. I just wanted someone to read me a story.
I just wanted companionship.
I thought that's why we were here.
Hey, it might be a nice break for the workers.
So how the day will, or the time will break up is if you guys have anything you would like to do around the city, you can do it at this point in time, whether that be shopping, speaking to various people doing some digging on whatever you would like to do some digging on. Then in the latter half, we will do the council meeting.
The town with that orb is a couple days away, right?
Yeah.
You mean the kaleidoscope?
The kaleidoscope, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a few days journey north.
Okay.
I just imagine Fenric being like, let's go! And then being like, oh.
I just get like half a day out, and I'm like, well, time to turn around.
Let's see it on the map. So, Fenris just gets an obscene step goal for the day.
Why am I not moving anywhere? It's just like a treadmill, and I don't realize it for like 4
It's the
hours.
old movie like track in the background.
Goodbye.
So, if anyone would like to do anything,
I'm downstairs eating breakfast, and I'm just like getting out a notepad and some paper and a quill and some stuff, and I'm planning out my day.
all right.
Look at this. This is what I'm gonna do today. Go to college. Alright.
You get that degree.
I'll figure out what I need to do next when I get there.
That's a good way
Go to college. What for? I don't know.
Figure it out.
Figure it out.
All right. So, Virio, if you would like to go to the college, would you like to wait for anyone to come with you? Or are you just gonna?
It's an open invitation. I guess I'm probably telling people at breakfast what I'm doing. Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm going to the college today.
Oh, I love college. I'll come. I had nothing better to do.
Are you finally hitting puberty, young man?
Oh, no, that's just how I was told to say college.
It's terrifying.
All right.
I think I'm going to check a magic shop or two, maybe a library.
All right. The library would be at the college as well.
Hello, library.
We'll just go there first, then why not?
All right.
I'm also gonna go to the library
All right.
if I
library
can
trip.
come along.
Yeah, everybody, let's go to college. I'll show you where I work. It's pretty nice.
Butterfly in the sky.
Right, Kismet? It's a great place to hang out.
Kismet, what are you doing? Are you awake?
Asleep?
To the surprise of everyone, I am awake and downstairs, but I was trying not to get anybody's attention.
Oh, well, shucks a darnsy.
Oh, bless your heart.
Darnsy.
I just listened to it the other day. I was like, shooksy darnsy. Yeah, that's right. The thing we
A
say.
normal expression that we use here in the Midwest.
As a human being.
I too am a human being.
Basically, I was awake and I wanted to come downstairs and like grab pastries and then like sneak out the door without anyone noticing.
Alright, well. Alright.
As I'm doing that, just kiss it.
Apropos of nothing, you're on your way through the door, and like Virio is
Looking around.
assuming you're somewhere nearby, maybe, but you'd be able to slip out pretty easily.
Alright. Well, probably still asleep. We'll let them rest.
All right,
Let's go to college.
all right. College trip.
I put on a bro tank.
Excellent.
I assume you just have one under your shirt.
Well, yeah, but I don't have my armor on.
Are you guys bringing Augie or Skull Paddle with you?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Skull Paddle. I don't know about Augie if he wants to.
That's fine. Either way, I just wanted to ask before you departed.
Yeah, if he wants to, he can, but...
Where did Kyrian end up going? Did he come with us?
Carrion did not right away. He actually did not appear at the companion home that evening.
Damn it. Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah. But all right. So, library team: Virio, Roland, Fenric, and Aurora.
Yeah, almost everyone.
You guys are able to take a carriage across town. You can see that the rebuilding efforts to the structural damage has already begun downtown. Some teams are beginning to clear away some rubble and begin to just more or less clean the blood off the ground, things like that. But you are able to make your way through the somewhat chaotic downtown region and arrive at the Library of Zadara. Seems fairly untouched. Maybe a little bit of damage on the steps as you walk in to this tall series of halls, and you arrive at the library. What would you like to look for?
I want to look at enchantment books.
Okay.
To see if there is, like, because the enchantments that I had done to my parents were not supposed to be permanent, which we, discussed before. And so I want to see if there's any way to reverse what has been done to them.
Okay.
So I want to just do some research.
Nice passive use there.
One of the
What has been?
I didn't do
one of
it.
the librarians kind of takes you to the
I didn't
section
do it
that
all.
you're searching for. They find a few books on enchantment. Go ahead and just make an investigation check as you're flipping through these books to try to discern
It's empty, don't worry.
their meaning.
Oh, Investigo. 10.
And then, okay. You kind of get. It takes you a little while flipping through the books, but eventually you kind of find a few passages on like the effects of long-term enchantment on people and the side effects it can have. Reading through it, you you gather that people whose minds have been abused this way can be restored over the long term. You may need a fairly high level spell or some intervention from another mage who specializes in this kind of thing to sort of return them to their original state.
Gotcha. Alright, just learning.
Fenric, Roland, Virio?
I'm looking for, I'm not at the library. I'm first going to make a stop by my office.
Okay.
I'm just tagging along with Virio.
Okay.
All right, well, welcome to my office.
As you look at fairly dust covered, fairly disheveled, you can see the books are lined with, or the bookshelves are lined with slowly what starts looking out like a very high level looking book set, which sort of descends into like empty binders stuffed full of notes. There's a cage in the corner with a skeletal raven kind of clattered on the floor. Yep, this is Virio's office.
So when I walk in, I'm just like, well, this is my office, and I grab the cage, and I walk out of my office.
Alright.
Is that what we're doing? Okay.
Nope, I just needed this. Now I gotta go find a guy.
Put him in the cage, okay.
No,
How big is it?
it's just like a bird cage. It's like one of those classic
Like
little...
cartoon. Like,
Well, yeah, okay,
Tweety
like I
bird.
understand that, but okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought your ravens were quite large.
I guess. I don't know. It's a bird. It's a bird cage.
it's a bird cage of holding. It holds whatever bird goes inside, but it has to be an avian.
Yep. You should see me stick like a condor in there.
They are cobra.
Tiny men.
Hey, I'm a person.
And then I gotta go find a guy or a
Alright.
woman. I'm looking for someone who maybe works in HR.
Okay.
I'm looking for someone who would have knowledge of what oh God, why am I forgetting the name? I like to yell.
Hugo?
Hugo! I'd like to find someone who knows stuff on Hugo.
Okay.
And I guess Bridget.
Okay. Kind of walking around through the hallways. Go ahead and make an investigation check to see if you can find someone you recognize.
Do those. 17 minus 1, so that's 18 minus 1. So
Okay.
17.
Walking around, you kind of come by some of the more administrative offices, so the people who are more responsible for the, paying your checks and keeping the building running and all that. You stick your head in the office, you see a little bit older human woman look up at you and go, "Oh, Virio. Wow.
Yep, it's me.
Doctor, it's been a while. How are you doing?"
I'm doing very well, thank you. I just saved the city from a lithid, not to brag, but Hugo has never done something like that, I'm sure.
I guess I couldn't confirm or deny that. What can I help you with?
I'm here to pick up my paychecks. I haven't gotten any in a while, so I was figuring they'd probably just,
Right. Thing is,
Yup.
well, firstly, we all thought you were seeking employment elsewhere.
I see. Well, no, I believe I'm still currently employed. I have an office.
We were sort of waiting for the legality portion of that to ride out to see if we could declare you employed elsewhere.
Nope.
Happy you're here, though.
Thanks.
The other thing is you sort of haven't been here in a year or so.
Yeah, I was dead for a bit.
That's sort of what we were thinking.
Wait, you said employed elsewhere.
Yes, in the afterlife, maybe. I was trying to be tactful.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm kind of employed again, I guess. What do you... I kind of work for... You remember Hugo?
Yes.
Yeah, so I guess I kind of maybe work for his organization now.
Professor Hugo did leave us 5 years ago, so with his official position within the college, he's still a consultant from time to time when one of us needs, one of the other professors needs assistance in something they can't quite handle. He's quite handy to have around, that man.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. Whatever.
But I'll have to speak to the councilman about your paycheck, I suppose, because we don't have it
That's fine.
on hand. Where are you staying in the city?
At the companion home of Gloriana's companion home.
Ah, okay, excellent. We'll if we find anything out, we'll send the info there.
Alright, sounds good, but I've got the question.
Yes.
Do you got any records on maybe what Hugo's been up to? Do you know why he left the college? 5 years, really. I saw him not that long ago.
He's slowly been removing himself from being one of the main faculty members here, starting off whatever he's doing with his organization, I think you called it. We have records, I suppose, that we could take a look through quick if you kind of want to see what he was getting up to in his last few years.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Sure, he's got his history of what he's done. He keeps a very, very neat log for the councilman to go to sort of not keep tabs on him necessarily, but keep an eye.
Yeah.
We can go to the records room.
Sure, let's go.
Right, she gets up and leads you down a few hallways. You kind of go underground a little bit. You do find a very large, dusty, old record room. She walks over to a file, and it's a very, very large red book. And she plops it down on the table. It's like, do you need more assistance, or can I help you?
Yeah, I'm gonna require 2 more.
Okay.
One, do you remember Bridget as well?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I will require her records.
Okay, all right. He walks over and plops it down next to it.
And my own.
Very good. Digs for a little bit and finds yours as well, and sets all three of them on this very large wooden table for you to dig through.
Whose is the largest?
Hugo's.
Damn it!
By a fairly large margin. Yours is the second largest, and Bridget's is nearly as big as yours. Hers is just a little bit more sparse, it looks like.
Sounds good. I begin reading.
All right. What are you reading through first?
I will begin with myself.
All right. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Who am I? Where did I come from?
Where did you go?
8.
8. Flipping through it, like it very, you can tell like with an 8 even that these are very well documented, written by a third party, just sort of like the actions taken by the individuals within these books. You read of your like early years with the college and the connections you made in the Vale of Jund, and there's even a few excerpts about like you and Bridget's connections and becoming partners and the work you did together. Then the notes seem to sort of become further and further apart in the dates as it goes on and on. The last piece of information that seems to have been recorded in here was last seen by random third party riding north to Umbrock.
Okay. Sweet. Alright, next one. Bridget.
All right, Bridget, go ahead.
15.
15. Getting into the way these things are written a little bit more, you are able to find that Bridget was a very active, prominent member of her field of study from the get-go. Her file is very, very, what's the word? It's a very thorough job documenting and detailing the sort of research she brought back from the various journeys that she took. Hers was a little bit more widespread than yours as far as like the locations, until you see notified in that you and her became a traveling pair together, and from there on you guys seem to spend more time in the Vale of Jund. The last thing that you find mentioned in there was seeking approval for funding for exploit into the Feywilds.
Okay. Alright. Hugo's. Oh, even better. 16.
All right. Hugo's file is, it, like, knowing Hugo the way you do, like, you would almost think this was almost made up half the time as you're reading through it. Like, some of the things that he's accomplished in this book, like from saving cities from ravaging packs of gnolls to, like, talking a dragon down from burning a small community that had built on its hunting grounds, like, all these crazy exploits are all recorded in his younger days. You see him taking on more of a mentorship role kind of in the middle there. He did a lot of exploration in the very southern tip of Jund for a while, for which he was actually gone for about a year. He stayed in communication with the college, but he was down there for a good year and a half doing some kind of research on some ruins that he found. Then, kind of after that trip, you sort of see less and less of his activities within the college itself. He takes a step back from that mentorship role that he was working in and teaching classes to sort of taking a few expeditions of students out on his own to take a look at some of these ruins. The final entry that is in Hugo's was last seen speaking to college students convincing them to come work for him. And the ruins that you see denoted throughout are called the Zilagond ruins.
So, what? I compare the dates of Bridget being last seen requesting stuff for the Feywild to the notes of Hugo's things. Where does that time line up with Hugo's adventures?
Hugo's go on a little bit beyond it.
Okay.
From your knowledge, you would know that the cutoff for Bridget seemed to be when you guys parted ways when you were in Dunsk.
Mm-hmm.
Then Hugo's went on for maybe a few more months, and then it just sort of stopped there.
Okay. Okay, that's all.
All right, cool. Roland.
That's me. Let's see, I had this written down. Here we are. So I'd like to look into the history of that dragon corpse that we, well, some of us may have awoken.
All right.
So any sort of history books on that subject?
Sure. With the help of the librarians, they kind of lead you to what would be the era that took place. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
$19.
All right. You are able to find, even with a 19, it takes you a while to find this book. But once you do, it's not in an actual historical, like, lay of the land story. It's in a book about a extinct line of druids. You read the legend about the reason the druids were founded, but you find that many hundreds, possibly thousands of years ago, there once was a dragon who ruled over what was once one continent between Centauri and Moldore, and they had the propensity to delve into, not necessarily using, but like satisfying a curiosity about various types of magic. They were approached well into their established rule of the lands by a mage who began to fill their mind with the doubts that, one day you are a great dragon, but one day you will die. And there needs to be something done to keep you in command of the lands around us. So the dragon agreed to allow the mage to experiment, make whatever deals the mage had to make, and the mage was given, through an unknown deal, was given a staff. The staff is denoted as something called the Lucid Pike, and the staff gave the person controlling it the ability to control the dragon by killing the dragon. Essentially, the soul and body were ripped apart between the creature, and the mage ruled the land using the corpse, the lich corpse of this dragon, until this order of druids arose from all manner of backgrounds, ranging from the Feywilds to the Vale of Jund to the grasslands in Ashar. They all came together and embedded this dragon in a pool of this amber, which was the reason the order died themselves, was because in order to seal away this monstrosity, they had to essentially give themselves over to do so. So the dragon was locked away in the pool of amber by this order, which are essentially the magical essence of those druids.
Well then, so did I just essentially hear that the staff is a phylactery?
In a way, yes.
Oh boy.
What's a
Where the-
phylactery?
Where the lich stores their soul.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cool. Guys, we're gonna die.
Speak for yourself.
Okay. I'm gonna chew on that for a while.
All right. Fenric, anything you'd like to accomplish in the library or on the college grounds? Walking around flexing in your rope tank.
Yeah, I'm trying to walk around, show how cool I am by not reading, right? Like, yeah.
Oh, it's past a few students. Nice book, nerd. Clunk.
No, actually, I'm just gonna go find a book on, like
Tape.
The Why not? No, just
You want to play space pinball?
well, now I do. Nah, just sort of. So you said. So you know how now we're back to lower level. We don't really have like all the same knowledge, from having gone to college, like before.
In a way, it's sort of just like your skills were knocked down. Like you didn't lose like your, you remember your whole life and everything like that.
I'm just gonna go find some books on like battles and stuff and just brush up on like military strategy.
Sure.
And just some fun stuff like that.
Okay. Anything specific you're looking for, or just sort of just general brushing up?
No, just general brushing up. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
See
Easily
if there's
enough to be able
anything. There probably hasn't been any. Oh, yeah. I actually want to try to find some books if anything has been published since about the rift and like the battle that he died in,
Sure.
all of that stuff.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
16.
16. You're kind of wandering around and looking through like more of the recent publications that have been added to the library. There are a few mentions of some magic gone wrong to the north, but it does not seem like there is an actual like published like this is what that is and this is what's happening. There's just a few, maybe some articles from like the school newsletter or like the newspaper in town, sort of like speculating, but it doesn't seem like anyone here has a solid grasp on what exactly that is.
Okay.
All right. Kismet. Sneaking out of the brothel. What are you up to?
Kismet wants to go find a way to free the slaves.
Okay.
But also they have no idea how to do that, so they're kind of just going for it.
All right. Are you making your way down to the slave district or?
They would go to probably the asshole council member.
Okay. So you are looking for Yol Grimhook. All right.
Yol.
Yol.
You only live.
That's it.
How are you looking for Yol? Are you just wandering the city?
I think I would go to the council, like, building
Okay.
and, like, figure out from there.
Okay. So you make your way across the city and arrive at the council, the seat of the Council of the Seven. Mm-hmm. As you arrive, you are greeted by a line out the door. Seems to be business owners, military personnel, city guard personnel, like all sort of standing and squabbling, and the guards that are on duty are like trying to keep them like in check.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to do?
I want to walk up to whoever is last in line.
Okay.
And I'm going
walk
to...
up, there's like a gnomish gentleman standing there,
Mm-hmm.
smoking a pipe.
Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of like... I kind of like get in line behind him, and then I'm like... What are we in line for?
Everyone's got complaints to the council because of the city blew up yesterday, and those things are still downtown, and we don't know what's going on. They're
Fair.
supposed to speak to us all tomorrow when they get things sorted out, but I've got a taco stand to worry about.
That does sound... Wait, where?
Down in the main market area, I make fish taco, the best fish tacos in Zadara, damn it.
I think I've heard of you. I can't believe I'm meeting a celebrity.
Well, I also know about
Oh my god. So, you know the council?
that. In a way, yes, I'm familiar with them anyways.
Yeah. Do you know like their names? I don't.
Yes, I know all their names. And general descriptions.
So, like, if I were to say there's one who's an asshole smoking a cigar,
Uh-huh.
would you know?
Yes, that'd be Yol Grimhook. Always
Uh-huh.
smoking those things. Bad for the lungs,
Uh-huh.
especially with all that salty air.
Uh-huh. Is council in session right now, or are you all just, like, waiting?
They're in session. They've been in session. I've been here for 2 hours.
Oh, have you moved?
He, like, points past you to, like, a bench that's, like, 10 feet behind you. He's like, I was about there.
But no one else has showed up behind you for 2
I
hours?
seem to be the last person in line. I don't know if the whole city's in front of me.
Or what? Cool. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, hopefully I get back up and running soon.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 10 kids to feed.
You could feed them fish tacos.
But where'll I get the money for fish tacos?
Well, sure sounds rough.
It is.
Fuck capitalism.
I should have done this 10 years ago when I first moved here. I should have franchised like I was thinking. Then I'd have several sources, but people wanted the specialness of one stand, so they'll don't franchise. You're selling out, man. So I stayed with the one stand, and it's bringing in some fair income, but it's not like overloading me with. And he's just going on and on.
I
about
like
his problems.
Edge away.
He doesn't even notice.
Cool. And then I want to sneak over to, like, I don't know, like a back alley or something, and use alter self to look like one of the guards.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Not exactly like one that exists, but like a different one.
A shuffle of character creator on guard.
With the outfit.
Sure. Chevalier or Hammer of Meradrin?
Which seems to be going indoors more.
The Hammers seem to be a bit more on the security detail. The Chevalier sort of just kind of like seem to be going through the line outside, calming people down. So probably one of the Hammers.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. You easily enough shift into this bulky plate armored like armor covering your face dwarf.
Yes. Yes.
We knew Dwarven Might would come in handy. Dwarven Resilience, what's the feat name? Would come in handy at some point.
Yeah. You can only use it when you use alter self.
God.
Continue.
Okay, and then I'm gonna walk up to can I see like a staff entrance, or is it basically just the entrance?
It does seem to be just like the main set of double doors here.
Okay, I want to walk up to, like, I look like I'm nervous and like kind of don't know where I'm going, and I want to walk up to whoever seems to be in charge.
All right. As you're making your way up, like down the line now, as you get up to the front of the steps, you can see the somewhat meat grinder dwarf that you saw en route to the tower the other day. He's sort of standing around and like barking commands and like squinting as he looks over the crowd.
I just imagine Gimli like so much.
Pretty much, just like a old Gimli.
Perfect. So I'll walk up to him and I'll be like, it's my first day on the job, and I don't really know where I need to be going right now.
You don't know where you're supposed to be going?
No, I was just told to show up at the council. Is there a place I can like hang my bag?
If you go in through the doors here, just take a left, you'll find a small closet that we throw our lunch and affectations in that you don't need on you. It's been a shit show down here, so I guess if you want to work on crowd control inside, that'd be fine. The Chevaliers seem to have it handled out here.
Okay. I'll just keep things going inside.
Excellent.
Thank you.
He like grabs the door and pulls it for you to like step on through it. Inside, you can see like what was a line outside is a mob inside, like filling the way up to the base of the stairs, of which there is a line going up the stairs as well. But yeah, it's chaos in here.
Okay. I want to, so I'll head towards like a hallway that looks a little bit like less full, I guess, and I want to start looking for like councilman offices.
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
11.
11. So there's a lot of noise going on in here, like shoving and like you took my spot, blah blah, like that, like you're taking their spot, even though it's gonna make like a minute in difference for them. Kind of like edging your way around the base floors, you do find one office that is marked Yule Grimhook.
Perfect. Does it look like there's someone inside, like a light or anything?
It is a closed wooden door, just sort of like with a gold placard that says Councilman Grimhook.
Like crack at the bottom of the door?
There's some light coming through. Hard to tell though.
Okay.
It does look like natural light coming in.
Okay. I want to check it to see if it's locked.
Okay. As you go to grab it, it is locked.
Yeah. Okay. I want to find a janitor.
Okay. Go ahead and just make a general perception check.
11.
11? Kind of surveying the crowd. There's like a few like human gnome dwarf types like trying to like get through the crowd so they can just do their damn job.
Those poor people.
Yeah. You are able to like hunt down like a human though. Like a young man is kind of walking through with like a pile of like towels over one shoulder and like a squeegee on the other hand, and it's like, I just need to clean the window. Like, excuse me. Hammer.
Wait, just a second. I'm supposed to get something from Councilman Yole's office, and he was screaming at me, and I don't know what to do because it's locked, and apparently they can't like keep going without it, and I just really need to get in there.
Oh God.
Do you know like, is there like a key? Or...
I mean, I think I have a set of. I think my keys can get me in there. I'm not sure. I'm fairly new here.
Same, man. Same.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. Or deception, whichever you would view this as.
Well, it's the same, so it's a 15 total.
Okay. He's like, okay, let me check the office here real quick. he kind of pulls out a ring of keys and like starts jiggling around, and like it takes him 5-6 minutes, but eventually he like gets the one. He's like, okay, be quick though, because I don't want any of these nut jobs getting in there and messing all the shit up.
Okay. Honestly, I'll just run in and you can like. I'll make sure to lock it on my way out if you need to keep going.
Okay, cool, awesome, thank you. You step inside and you see very well organized, very large maps up on the wall of fishing grounds. You see Councilman Yole's office.
Mm-hmm. Is there a councilman in it?
There's not.
Nice.
It seems they're all upstairs in session.
Fair. That's fine, because my plan hoped that they weren't there.
Good.
So I guess I kind of want to look around a little bit, but honestly, like, I'm waiting for the councilman to come back.
Okay. All right, go ahead and just make an investigation check. See if you can
Find some
find
things.
some dirt.
It's not.
Did it do the thing where it was like 18? Whoop.
Yeah, no, it's a 5 total.
5? Yeah, just a bunch of different documents about the imports and exports of there. That you do gather that Councilman Yole is the leader of the Deep Fishers Guild.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, it seems like everything in here is pertinent to that role.
Mm-hmm.
How long are you prepared to wait?
All day.
All right.
We aren't doing anything until later,
All right.
so.
Perfect. You're waiting in the office for 6-7 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm sitting 100% sitting in the desk chair.
In their chair.
Just
with
like
their feet
legs.
up.
Yeah, just waiting. Like,
There's a case of their cigars sitting there.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Probably like hanging out with Trevor.
All right. Yeah, you like
Quality
whatever.
time.
Uh-huh.
We need this. We need us time.
Uh-huh. Using like councilman's items as like fetch. Just
Some
like
very nice like wooden carvings
Yeah.
and things like that. So the time goes by so slowly. But eventually you can hear the outside, like you hear some pounding of like war hammers on the ground saying, all right, council's closed for the evening, and like the crowd is slowly getting dispersed. You can hear some softer voices among the guards sort of talking and echoing in the hallway, and eventually you can hear some people descending the stairs. And highs or lows?
highs.
Alright. After a few minutes, you hear and your door steps open, and you see Councilman Yole step in. Very pale, stoic-looking elvish woman. Seems to have some tattoos of a almost like a stylized version of maps of the sea kind of adorning their arms. They step in, cigar bright red lit in her mouth, and she looks over to you. Can I help you?
You might be able to. Come in, it's your office.
Do I need to call the guards about this?
What? No. Come on.
People shouldn't be in my office.
Yeah.
She kind of steps in and very closes the door, not like lashes it, but like presses it so it's like almost shut. She stands there and, what can I help you with? I remember you from our meeting the other day.
Yeah.
So what can I do for you?
Well, you see, I had a couple of questions. And they weren't ones that you're really willing to offer in front of people because they might make you look bad. And I want real answers.
Fair enough.
What are your feelings on the way that a large portion of your population are kept as slaves?
Honestly, I didn't really care when the law disappeared several years ago, but with the blockade going on to the north, it just sort of seems like a necessity, I suppose. Arcos made a very
Well,
persuasive argument.
Arcos was a mind flayer.
Well, yes, I'm sort of seeing that
Mm-hmm.
now.
Uh-huh.
I guess as it stands, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It most certainly is broke.
I mean, the
It's
city is
broke.
thriving as best as it can.
That's not the point.
What is the point?
The city as an entity shouldn't be thriving. The city is comprised of people, and those people are what need to be thriving. And you can't do that when you can't live freely.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
10.
Okay. I mean, that's fair. I wouldn't be easy to say that it's a great situation for everyone around. It boils down to the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
There are certainly many with collars on their necks
Many more without.
and they're more fortunate for it. That doesn't mean that there should still be collars.
And what would happen if we just release them? Would they all just...
You would deal with the consequences of your actions, is what would happen. And your actions were despicable in making this the system that exists. So you would need to answer for it. How that happens, I don't care. I just want to make sure that the people themselves have the opportunity to do so.
I mean,
It's pretty shitty, isn't it? It's almost as shitty as not being free.
fair. Suppose this will be something coming up in the discussions in the next day or two. What was your name again?
I'm Kismet.
Gizmet. You know, I never really wanted this gig. I just sort of fell into it, and if you get selected, it's what you do. I suppose I've been needlessly bitter since that appointment came to be, so perhaps that clouded my vision. I'll think on what you said.
Mm-hmm. Who made the colors?
They were manufactured. Well, the initial enchantment on them was done by Arcos, and
Of course it
they're just manufactured in the Ember Forges
was. Mm-hmm.
by Hildy.
Well, you know.
Now William, I suppose.
That's my favorite. Okay, cool. Be pretty easy to dismantle,
I suppose it would.
especially seeing as how Arcos was a mind flayer.
That will absolutely factor in, yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, well, that's all I've got for you right now. Unless you'd want to be more threatened. Although I'm like an 18-year-old string bean, so I'm not extremely threatening.
I suppose not, though. Given that you were present when all the shit went down on the top of the tower, I'd have to be pretty stupid to take you at face value.
That's so nice of you. Thank you. I'm gonna go. I pick up Trevor and I'm gonna leave.
All right. You walk out. She watches you leave. The guards don't hassle you on the way out. She sort of gives them a nod as you walk by, and they open the door for you. And you make your way back to Madame Gloriana's.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
I stopped for a snack on the way, probably.
All right.
Because I sat there for 6 or 7 hours.
As you walk through the market area, you can see that there's a ramshackle, reestablished taco stand.
I find the taco stand.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, oh hey, how did things in the line go? That wasn't my voice. Hey, how did things in the line go? Sorry, taco smoke.
It went good. I got my concerns addressed. At least
Excellent.
started to get addressed. What about you?
I got cut off about halfway through the lobby. They're supposed to be continuing. We have numbers now, at least, so that's a thing. So it's not going to be a free-for-all tomorrow.
Do you have 69?
No.
Damn.
38.
Oh, that's boring.
It's so boring.
That's the most boring number.
Yep.
I'll take several tacos for me
Excellent.
and my dog.
Done and done.
Mm-hmm.
On the house for a line buddy.
Yeah. Thanks.
He fries up these fish tacos and he gives them to you, and they're really good.
Yes.
The hype lives up to the legend.
Mm-hmm. I'll dunk a gold piece into his tip jar.
Perfect.
Yep. And then I'm gonna head back
All right.
with a bag full of fish tacos.
The big old burlap sack of tacos. You arrive back. Everyone else is reassembled. The next day comes and passes. And the day after that, you were all sent for to a summons to the Council of Zadara. So,
Yes.
as you...
I gave everybody a fish taco.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
They're really good.
I found him.
Excellent.
You guys are all given a ride in Madame Gloriana's carriage. She accompanies you as you arrive. Quincy and Carrion are waiting for you. And you are led up into the council chambers. Everyone is in their seat. Billy, Erwin, Yul, Ketris, Jezebel, Gregory, and Tyrig all sit in their appropriate chairs, which you notice have changed order since last time you were in this room. And as they walk up, as you walk in, Erwin stands up and says, "So,
What up, my dude?"
what can we do for you?"
I looked at Billiam. What up, Billiam?
He's got a really big it's like almost a Capri Sun, but it's this big with a big curly straw coming down.
God. I'm imagining him on a booster seat.
Kinda, yeah. He's sitting at a height that is obviously not proportional to his head level over the table.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Billy.
I'm gonna kind of turn to the rest of the group and say, well, I guess we haven't really discussed what we're doing next.
Well,
We've found Quincy. Are we wanting to head more towards our the site of our defeat?
well, I think first things first is Aurora was going to try and clear her name.
I would like to.
You don't want to be a criminal anymore?
Fair enough.
I don't want to be seen as a criminal anymore.
Fair.
Wow.
Yeah.
Take a point of inspiration.
Yeah.
Yes. Those were some very specific words you chose.
Doing it. Are we in the chamber?
If you guys
And we're
wanna,
just huddle?
yes, if you guys would like to have had this conversation before,
Yeah,
I kind
yeah.
of
Oh my
sped you up
God.
to get there. But if you want to have this conversation before arriving at the
Just
council,
in the
that's fine.
carriage on the way over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't you guys want to help out, what's his face? Dildo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gildo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're going to get the prism chromatical morgue.
Kaleidoscope.
The kaleidosphere.
Caliba.
Kaleidosphere?
Chromatic scope. I wrote it down.
Incredible.
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah, we
Well-
gotta.
That you could still read it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. It's just a couple days away, and then we can use it for whatever we want, and then help Bimbo in the process.
yeah, we can come back, we can get something transferred and, whatever.
Well,
I could make my shoes magic.
I still can't leave
Shoes
the city.
of holding.
Capacity 2 feet.
Is that cubic?
Yeah.
God.
Good joke.
So, yeah. I mean, also, I'm sure Gildo would happily give us some type of reward, too, if you didn't want to actually use the power of the scope.
I want magic shoes.
Yeah, I mean, you can get it. You just gotta have a magic item to transfer the magic from one thing to another thing. It's like, boom.
I don't know. Those shoes already look pretty magical.
I hold up my potion of spider climb.
Yeah. No, maybe. I don't know how potions
But we
work.
have to have a magical item before we can transfer the.
Yeah, I guess.
So.
Basically, what this artifact does is it takes the enchantment on one item and can transfer it to another. It may lose some potency in the spell, and sometimes, depending on the combination that you're using, may not work. For instance, if you put spider climb on a hat.
Sticky hat.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It'd never come off your head.
Yep. But for instance, the initial interest was they had the armor, which had the flaming ability to it. They could transfer that off of
The crab armor.
the armor.
The armor that did them psychic damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could potentially give a weapon
Yes.
fire damage, or you could put it on another set of armor that is not cursed and give that fire resistance, things along those lines.
Well, I would love to go on this quest, but I cannot leave the city until I've
Okay.
been cleared.
That's
And
fair.
traveling will be
Oh,
a
come
lot
on.
easier
I think
if
you mean-
there isn't.
I
A
think
lot
you
of
mean
people.
you can't leave the city.
It would be much easier for me to travel if I'm not trying to hide from everyone.
If you're not on the blacklist every time we have to go through a checkpoint.
Yeah. So I am going to enter this room with the council, and I would love if you guys could back me up.
So you want me to lie to the council
About what?
No.
about how you were never a criminal?
Just say all the good things that I've done.
All right.
Oh, sweet God.
Oh my god. All right. Anything else you guys like to discuss before you arrive?
I know you don't like my voice, but damn.
So we're gonna go after the scope. No scope.
No scope. Headshot.
Yeah, so let's do that, I guess. And then we can skedaddle back to
Somewhere.
Skull paddle?
Skull Paddle, back to the college, not the college, but the academy.
We could, or we could go. I don't know.
Fishing.
Yeah. We could go to the rift.
Yeah, I'm looking at my level spec right now. I'm gonna say it's a big hard nose bill on that one.
You look up to the northwest and you see just in the very distance the pillar rising up into the sky. And you can see still a big flashing red skull. in
Yeah.
front of it.
That's
Or
that's
there's a
pretty
guard
big
in the
now.
way and it says you can't yet come
Yeah,
in this
you just walk
way.
into an invisible wall.
Ugh.
It's a
God,
gate,
too
but the things are
weak.
this far apart, but you still can't walk through them.
You are too low a level to unlock this area.
So, I don't know. I've got some things that I want to talk to Hugo about.
Oh.
You want to talk to Hugo.
I want to talk at Hugo,
Eyebrows, eyebrows, eyebrows.
but
I ship it.
Some things you want to discuss?
Yeah.
Important matters
Yeah.
of the heart.
Well, kind of, I guess. Technically, that's how we're going.
I wish you luck.
Are you not coming?
No, I'm coming,
Oh, okay.
but I don't want to be there for this discussion.
Why not? It sounds entertaining.
So y'all are cool with just doing a thing for Gildo after we clear Aurora's name and going back to the academy or whatever it is.
Or wherever Hugo is, if he's not
I mean,
there.
it's a fine plan to have now. We're not going to follow it anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, that is the truth.
As you wade through like a streamer doorway of plot hooks that I'm dangling. Are you sure you want to go back?
Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, I want to go into the room to address the council.
All right, as you walk in. So what can we do for you?
Well, as I had spoken before, I believe my name should be cleared.
Hi, Cleared. It's nice to meet you.
Make
Gertrude's done nothing wrong.
Who is Gertrude?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Maybe just stand there.
Okay.
Well, we've spoken with witnesses over the last few days who have confirmed your involvement in the saving of the city. There still, however, remains the matter of your parents and the damage done to them. What do you have to say about that?
Well,
Or what steps will you take to ensure that they are cared for?
I've always ensured that they are cared for.
Yes.
They live very comfortably. However, in my absence, the damage that was done to them became much more severe, meaning I didn't do it.
And do you have any idea why this enchantment progressed to the way it has?
I do not. However, I do know that there are certain steps that I can take along with the help of others to return their minds back to the way that it was before any enchantments occurred.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Okay. Persuasion would be 19.
Okay. We will think on it and we will discuss it and get back to you.
That's not gonna work.
We cannot make such a decision on the fly. We discussed it in our privacy among ourselves and my fellow council members. It won't take but a day. Less than. It won't
okay.
be a process.
I'm sorry for my, I put my foot down too quickly. I just didn't want it to get, washed into the bureaucratic process.
Trust me,
Or it
Miss
would take
Cerise,
weeks and weeks.
a wanted fugitive for, shall we say, a variety of crimes. Excuse you. Use the cough button next time, young man.
He did. That's what unmuted him.
I had it muted, and then I don't know what I did, but I actually unmuted it right as I was coughing.
It's the opposite of a cough button. Or maybe a more accurate name for cough button now that I think about it. Trust me, Miss Elise, someone who is wanted for a wide variety of crimes suddenly showing up and saving the city is towards the top of the heap of things that we're dealing with right now.
It's very true. And as you have seen in this process, there are multiple things and people who you felt you could trust that were working against you, and they were also working against me, and that could have influenced the the charges that were against me.
Good point. Any other things we can address? Questions, comments, concerns? Any knowledge that you acquired that we are not yet privy to?
Aurora is a good person.
Thank you.
What a character witness.
That's all. That's all, Your Honor. Quincy Brassdash has informed us that she would be able to make a bit more accommodating forms for our robotic army that sits outside the tower in the city center.
Your citizens.
Yes, well, yes, fair enough. So we're going to go forward with that plan, I guess. Seems fine, I suppose. So that should keep her busy for a while. Moving some titles around and getting things going. Any reason, as far as you are all able to discern, that we should not trust Madame Gloriana or Quincy Brassdash?
They haven't given us any reason to not trust them.
Would you consider Madame Gloriana responsible and trustworthy?
Yeah, probably. I mean, she seems alright. She hasn't been mean. That's like rule 1, right?
Yes. Rule 1 of...
Being alive.
I'm sure Billiam agrees with you.
Right, Billy? Having a stroke, huh?
He's foaming at the
He's
mouth.
just slurping his beverage.
From his crazy
Oh,
straw.
I see. That makes more sense.
Yes, Virial. We shall ascend to the sun together.
The crazy straw!
I don't think you know what a stroke is.
I love that song. Crazy Straw.
Very well. If there's nothing else.
Abolish slavery!
Yeah, abolish slavery.
Yeah, abolish slavery.
Or else.
Yeah,
He raises an eyebrow.
you don't want to see him when he's angry.
I'll be mean. I'm capable of it.
Yes!
But you're
We
supposed
shall bring it into the discussion after you depart and vote. Well, if that's... Anything else?
No, you go.
If that's all, please leave.
we shall.
What
Oh.
you don't go to like your own. You just stay here and kick us out.
Yes, this is where our chairs in our meeting room is. This is literally the room
Where it happens.
Wait,
where it happens.
wait, hold on. I think I got some back pay.
Dario, you've been gone for over a year.
Yeah, but I've been doing a lot of research.
Where's your book?
Hold on, and I just start dumping out papers my backpack onto the ground.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
That is the natural evolution of what's on his bookshelf.
Yeah, it is!
Is this a
Nat
persuasion
one.
or
Of course it is. You got a nat 1, Barry, but you know what? I want you to take a point of inspiration for your dice.
Yeah.
Because how fucking on brand is that?
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
We're all just like watching you.
Yeah, just dead
look
silence
at all
in
of
this
my
room.
notes.
Which,
Look
like,
at all of it.
by the way, like the window behind you was still broken, so it's just there's like
blowing
some like
around.
rope put up across it to be like, hey, don't come over here. But it's like, yeah, like wind is kind of gently blowing your papers around.
Yeah, and I'm just pouring them on the ground and pointing at them and be like, See, you owe me money.
We should.
We'll see what we can do, Virio.
All right, that sounds promising.
Wait, that's what he said about me.
Oh
Aurora, like,
So you guys are escorted out.
do you pick up your
Yeah,
papers?
I like shuffle them back in the bag.
no! Oh damn! I was hoping you would.
Just leave.
Clean this up.
Yeah.
As you leave, one of the guards escorting you out says, there's supposed to be an assemblage of the people tomorrow to make whatever broad announcements they plan on making. So if you show up again tomorrow morning, we'll send an escort over if you require one. But yeah,
Thanks, man.
thank you.
We're going.
Have a good day.
You
No,
too.
you. Well, I guess both of us.
Okay.
All of us.
All of us have a good day then.
Yes.
You guys are
Sorry, that was very big.
trotted,
Yeah.
trotted back to Madame Gloriana's. Next day comes. The carriage is waiting for you, and you are all brought to what is already a very full assembly outside the hall of the Seven Merchant Lords. It looks like the streets are damn near as packed as they were when the fighting was going on. And as you stand up, the hammers and the chevaliers form sort of like a square around the group of you to like keep the crowd somewhat back, and they move you toward the front of the assembly. And you see Erwin Gavestone step out to the front of the group, and he says the following.
Big paper paycheck just unfolding with Mario across it.
Mario just won 75 gold pieces.
Walks
He's
around
a
like a
teacher. What do you want?
Whoa, a raise!
I can pay my rent now.
Jesus.
The council is on a somewhat lower platform. They're not like way up in their building. They're like down just above the heads of the assembly. And Erwin says, "The last few days have been trying for our city. And these people," he gestures to you, "through much tribulation have saved it from Maradron knows what fate. So, in response to their actions and the actions of the Tin Sisterhood, we make the following declaration. Madame Gloriana will be named the new regent of Zidara, and her first task, at special behest of her organization and of a somewhat fervent council discussion, will be to remove law S43 from now until the end of days, in all forms and all dressings, slavery and indentured servitude of both citizen and non-citizen is hereby banned immediately, permanently, and without question. Quincy Brassstash will serve as vice-regent of Zidara and is officially unbanished."
You should have started with that, huh?
Furthermore, we'll be working with the College of Zidar to restore the minds of those within the mechanical contraptions to a more casual form. Aurora Celise is officially pardoned of all crimes in Zidara and Ashar at large. Additionally, we, the people of Zidara, after receiving information from the Tin Sisterhood, will be vigilant against the cult of the Blue Eye. Finally, the collective group of Aurora Celise, Dr. Virio Tompkins, Fenric Trill, Roland, no last name, and Kismet, the voice of death, will be granted the titles Tribunes of Zidara, will be each given 1,000 gold pieces as a thank you from the citizens of our city, and you will be granted the Grey Hall in the former slave quarter, former holdings of the Solis family, for your use.
Is that a boat or a building? To Aurora.
I answered with the correct answer.
It is a very, very nice house.
It's a house.
Nice.
We're homeowners!
And in that moment,
vote.
Yeah, I mean, with the laws in this city, yeah, probably.
hail to the tribunes, and hail to Zadara. And in that moment, an entire city, from within the square, listening out their shop fronts, to those cleaning the debris from the recovery efforts, to the Collard district, where city guards have already begun removing collars in their dozens, to the Ember Forges, where crafters already begin building to restore their beloved city, erupt with cheers. Tyrig, Stonejumper, steps down from the platform and approaches you. You'll need this for the next time you go breaking into someone's house. And he hands you the keys to the Grey Estate. He winks and he walks back up to the platform, and as you watch him walk away, you see Billy standing there. And behind him, you see two large golden mechs.
Oh,
And that's where we'll end the session tonight.
Oh.
his parents!
Fucking told you guys. Come at me. I'll have you know,
parents.
my
Yeah,
character,
freaking Virio wanted
Did you
to
just-
kill all
did
of
you just add
them.
the title to your title?
my character sheet says Fenric Trill, Tribune of Zadara. I'm gonna rack up these
Titles?
I'm gonna
You're gonna be
I'm
like,
fucking Daenerys up in here. Hi, I'm Fenric Trill, Tribune. I'm just gonna keep going.
yep.
Ex-Paladin.
You've got it.
Ex-Paladin.
You get it tattooed on your hand, and you just keep adding lines.
It's
Yeah.
a very well engraved, like, forearm piece of metal that you just. This is my name. Nice job, guys. There were several outcomes for that, some of which were not great.
That was amazing.
We did
Thanks.
it.
Thanks for
We own
watching.
a house.
We have a house.
We have a house.
Yes, which you can explore next session if you would like to.
I need to claim a room, of course.
Yes. We'll be rolling initiative next time for room dibsing.
Yes.
I will send you the floor plan for it as well.
Yes.
This
is the dream.
We're not going anywhere else.
Yeah,
Right?
this is
know
your
that
life now.
The rift is gonna stay
I'm gonna have to
there.
bring the adventure to you.
Like this is
Fuck,
the
I
end
love
of the
this
game,
thing.
right? Like
Yeah.
we're rolling new characters up.
Right? We
Yeah,
own a
yeah.
house. We did it.
50 years later, the rift has been encroaching for nearly half a century. My great-great-grandfather.
The tribunes of Zadara do nothing.
They sit in their house.
That's not Zadara, it's fine.
They sit in their house and they play video games and D&D.
They play D&D.
Offices and bosses.
Offices and bosses, yep. We will be starting a new stream on Monday, the Tyranny of Dragons, starting at 6 p.m. Central. I will be running that one. Tanner will be there, and Kevin and Anne will also be in it, and our friend Josh, who has never played D&D before.
Kurt playing?
And Kurt, yes. Sorry,
And Kurt!
Kurt, who's upstairs.
Don't forget to write down your goal.
I did already. It says 2,000. I changed the 1 to a 2. See?
Damn, that's a lot of monies.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Monday streams, are the Strahd games that are no longer on Twitch going up anywhere else?
I have them on YouTube. I do not have them public, but I can put them up there if that's something you want me to just put up,
Okay.
like a playlist for the Strahd sessions.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
That
I
way I
have
can review
I
it.
have them on YouTube. I just left them on private for the time being.
Are you gonna just pff all of them, or are you gonna?
I could just, you know,
That's how we do.
that's how we do.
That's how
All
we
right.
do.
That's how we do. Thanks for watching. Remember, go to threadmancer.com. Use the promo code AmberWards at checkout to get free shipping on orders over $25. 25% off of nothing.
We now have to pay property tax.
We now have to
Yay,
pay
us.
Yep. You guys are about to get into the fun, exciting world of property management. I'll send you the rules.
This is
Pulls
where
up
D&D
Monopoly.
gets really excited.
We want a garden? I don't know. Can we afford a garden?
Yes. I think next session I want to sit down with my financial planner and get like a 401k going.
Yeah.
Life
Yeah.
insurance.
You gotta start looking out for that now.
Oh my god, that'd be so expensive with our lifestyle.
Yeah.
Hey, they don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I sit at home all the time. That's all I do.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye.